Hello developers, today we are going to discuss and implement about this coffee shop amazing tutorial in Jetpack Compose. So today I am going to use some new optimized approach in developing this UI. So let's dive into it. First of all, I just go to my Android Studio and create another new project with the empty activity and give us coffee app. Let's create this project. Project is syncing. So as usual, I just removed unwanted codes and we are going to write our own code. Review for side by side view, function composable function for, first of all I'm going to create this splash screen. So splash screen, always remember composable functions first letter must be in caps. To use this I just export as png with 3 for better quality. I'm just exporting it. Here we need to place this drawable folder. Okay, let me downloads. You can either drag drop or go to directly copy paste in the folder. I'm just drag and drop. Fine. Afterwards we are going to use this. Let's think about the intuition. This is the column with top down approaches. First image, text and another button. So this is what we are going to develop. So let's dive into the approach. First of all, it is a column contains image first painter resource or dot drawable dot logo. Default second parameter is content description. It must be given to this. Either give null or I just give splash screen. I just give this column as full max size to take the entire size of the screen. We can see side by side view. And this must be in some 50% right. Let's check the height, 500 dp. So I just give some height as 500 dp. 300 dp. dp is density pixels. I'm just importing it, and width is full max width. Right. You can also use content scale for scaling this image. Content scale dot fill bounds to stretching this image up to the boundaries, right? And apart from this I am using text fields and one button. Text field, time for a coffee break. Just copy into this. You can see the properties 24 font size, semi bold and white color. Second parameter is modifier, font size 24. This is font size must be in SP. And color dot, you can just input this color dot white. Oops, we need to give some background color, right? Background color as this brown color I'm going to use. One E. Font weight semi bold. Alignment center top plate has some space like 18.5 padding. So we are going to use padding top 18.5 dot dp, and it is center alignment, right? So I just use fill max width to take the entire width and give some text align equal to center. Cool. Similarly for this subtitle, font size is 17. So I am just duplicating Control D, Command D. Font size 17. No, font size is 17. Normal. Cool, right? And finally we are going to use this box color. Box, and it contains some text. So I just use the box with color modifier dot. However, oops, I just closed the Android Studio. What is the color? What is the properties there? You can check. Height is 50, and width and padding must be in some 20 padding, right and left. So I just give padding horizontal 20 dp, full max width. After giving padding, it takes the full max width, and with the background color ff for 100%, and just give this orange. We are going to use some text, so I'm just reusing this text field. Get started with 16 semibold. Get started. Fine. Cool. We need to use some clipping is there, so I just use rounded corner shape of 20 dp. Rounded corner shape of size 20 dp. Hope it finds. And finally we just give content element. Since it's a box, we can give content element center. And just I give some padding like top layer 18 to fulfill this screen. So let me check. I just missed something. Okay. Now hope it's fine. Let me give some height of 50 dp. No need of padding. Yeah, the screen is ready. So let's dive into the next screen. Let's say this is the home page. So first of all, we go through thought process. What are these? These are arranged. These are top bar. These are bottom bar. Contains products in lazy vertical grid. Each have some products and one search box. Okay. So let's dive into the implementation. Composable function home screen. Let me add only this product. So first of all, we just focus on product. Product contains you can see there is no outer padding is there, not there. So just use image, everything is in column. Column like first problem is image. Image is painter resources. Painter resource or dot drawable dot. And just reusing the logo, we can change later. Content description null. What is the size here? Size is 140 to 120. Modifier dot size height 128 with 142.
It's 9:30.
And has clipping. Corner radius 10. Hope it will works. And afterwards we are going to use title, subtitle and price. So I'm just reusing this cappuccino with 16 semi-bold. We need to fix the height and width of this box. So width must be in 90 dp, height 91, height 20. Is it? No. Width 149, height 239. Width 149, height 239. Hope it works. Chocolate. Font coloring. Okay. 12 and regular. Normal. Font size 12. There is no space in between, right? Not much space. I just give 4. And finally, what I left out, this price under this tag. Let's think about the intuition. these two items are in side by side, so we use row. $4.53. So many parameters there. This color is there. 0xf of color. Size is there. 18 semi bold. Cool. 18 semi bold. No need of text align here. And there is another thing is there, like box with plus icon. Box with plus icon. Icons dot add. To use the plus icon, content description null. Modifier, we need to give the size. Let's think about 32. Both height and width is 32. And I just give some background with a rounded corner shape. Okay, now let me modify the row must be in fill max width and give some padding and all within the row, somewhat like 16 dp. Cool. And something I missed out, full max size. Is it? No, these can't take the fill max width because we are also using the this icon, so it can't take full max width. That is the issue. So we are using icon. I can use tint for coloring color. We know to moving left and right, we just add some weight for stretching out. Modifier dot weight. Modifier. You can see some top and bottom alignment is there. So I can use vertical alignment center vertically. And no need of some padding top is there. You don't need. I just remove the padding. Now looks better. But you can see that curved corner is not here. So let me recheck. To use this curved corner, I just use wrap it within the box. Full max size. Content scale dot fill bounds. Cool, right? Some padding is there. So before that I shall add some padding of 6 dp. Yeah, but this content getting hide. Just let me there for fine. The product code is completed. After that we are going to focus on this screen. Composable function main screen, lazy vertical grid. I'm going to use the lazy vertical grid. We need to mention how many columns is there, right? Grid cells fixed to. I'm going to use Ethanol. Let me use some 10 products. Oh, we also need to add the spaces. Vertical modifier is a default parameter. Vertical arrangement dot spaced by 16 dp. Horizontal arrangement dot spaced by 16 dp. Hope it looks better, but this you can see this plus icon is getting very fast. No, not icon. We need to give for the entire box. Now looks better. And the next step we are going to focus on this bottom bar. Bottom bar contains 4 icons. So let me build this bottom bar. Let me give the name as home screen. The integrated function will be the main screen. You can give any name you want. For now I just use scaffold to use top and bottom bars. Modifier as usual default parameters modifier. Sorry for spelling mistake. Okay. Top bar and some bottom bar. Home screen. I'm going to use the modifier. This was the pad. Why we need to pass this padding? Because we are using scaffold with the default top and bottom bar. To take this space, we need to specify this padding. So let me create the bottom bar. Custom bar. Bottom bar. You can see it's a row. Oops, again I just closed it. You can see it is a row with 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, each with size 24. So row is fill max height. No, fill max width. Height must be like some 90. It contains 4 items. It contains 4 items: home, favorite, cart, alert. List of icons: home, favorite, cart, notifications. Right. Items dot for each. We need to use the image. No, icon. Icon of we need to pass this ID. Content description null. Let me check. We need to use the default space. Row, we need to use the space between. Horizontal arrangement dot space, capital space between. Vertical alignment center. And what about the height? We need to give it as 24.
It's 9:45.
If you feels very little bit, you can just give 40. I give 34 now. You can give the tint color like this. Tint. Fine. Bottom bar, we are going. So hope like this only is the bottom bar. We can also give some padding. Horizontal as 60. This will be fine. What else is there? This top bar. Search box. Okay, let's focus on this. Preview, composable, function, custom, top bar. This is little bit complicated. We have the middle of this search bar. So let me first implement this. The linear gradient. So first I initialize the gradient. How gradient works? We need to use brush dot vertical gradient. List of first color and second color. Fine. We need to use the box with some height 160. So I'm going to use box with a height of 160, height of 160 dp, with this full max width. So take the entire screen. Background is gradient. So we can't see anything, right? Because here they are using 88% of the stitch color. 88% in hex color. E0. I'm going to use E0. Fine. Let's come again. There's a thing called title subtitle. We just ignore this image for now. You can try out on your own. The image is within the column because top and bottom the text fields. So I just try to reuse my text. Location with B7, B7, B7. 12. Regular. No need of padding. Regular means normal. No need of text align. No need of full max width also. But we need to use some padding. Let me use S50. Start is some 16. This is row. Again the text fields. Best. This is semi-bold 14 DDDD. No need of top, but we need start. Let me add some top 12. And also there's some icon you can see. It's a drop down with 14 size. So icons dot filled dot drop down. Content description null. Modifier dot size 14 dp. Tint white. Or I just add this color also. White is fine. You can use modifier vertical alignments or center vertically. Yeah, hope it works. Or else we just give some padding. Start IDP. This also good. Oh, now next thing is this field. Let me think as this is a slider with row of items. So I just give some composable function horizontal slider. This is the box with size. So same logic is there. So I try to use this. Cappuccino with 14 semi-bold. Instead of icon, there is a text. Second parameter is modifier by default. Font size 14 SP mandatory, and font weight semi-bold. Color as usual white. Let me change the size. This size, let me take as per the content, with the top layer 10 and horizontal 16. Note it out. Padding vertical 10, horizontal 16. Size, take it as height. Let me say 40 dp. After color, this only we need to add the spacing, because spacing is added in within this, right? Hope it works. And similarly, we are going to use some other items. Row of So let me take this into a separate composable function for better understanding. Slider item row of, let me give some name, cappuccino, macchiato, latte. Val items, list of cappuccino macchiato latte. Or I just add something. We are going to use items dot for each. I'm going to use slider item. Best height, modifier, modifier, arrangement, horizontal arrangement, arrangement dot spaced by 12 dp. And also we can add vertical horizontal scroll. Remember scroll state. To avoid hiding, we can also add a scrolling here. So let me add one boolean is selected. So I just give for each indexed index data. I just pass index equal to 0. So I just selecting the first index. So first index if selected now, I just give some color. Else I'm going to use this green color, greenish color. Similarly, if is selected, else color is white. Okay, we are going to pass the text also. We are going to use this text here. Cool, right? And finally, we are going to use the horizontal slider in my top bar, right? Custom top bar. Add preview, not custom bottom bar, custom bar. Some slider is there. These two are in column with a single item, separate. These two are in column. In center there is a search box. So let's focus on the search box quickly. Composable function search box.
It's 10 o'clock.
This is the row as you think with some curved, right? The curves must be in, just we can give 20. The height is 52. Since it's a row, modifier dot height 52 with full max width. It contains an icon, one search, one text, one box. One icon, icons dot fill dot search, content description null 20, modifier 20 dp. Let me add some padding, around 16. We can add the padding 16. Fine. After the search text, search coffee. With color 989898. Second parameter is modifier color color 989898. Just add some padding here. Start light just give 8 dp. As usual, vertical alignment must be center vertical. Cool. And we are going to use this icon. I'm going to use the same logic here. Let me give some opted icon. You can either import and use here. To move towards the right, we just can use weight. No need of here. Size can be 40. So let me add us to 60. This is fine. And finally we give the background. Background color white, rounded corner shape. I just give 20 dp. So we are going to use the search box on our custom top bar. So what is missing? The search box must be slightly upward, right, and with some padding. So for this, I'm going to use box to wrap the search box here with some space. Let's say 16 dp on horizontal, 20 is fine. And this I'm going to clip offset in y-axis. Let's say I give 30. This is fine, right? What we are missing, the height is changed. After with the only we need to give the padding. Oops, we need to give padding after the back. Yeah, it's completely fine. Also, we need to use some shadow. I hope border is fine. Border with shape. Yeah, this is some arrangements only. After developing, you need to give some arrangements to for well production of your apps. Cool. Search box is fine. Horizontal slider la also we need to give some padding of start la 16 dp. Cool. And now come to the final part of our application. We are going to use custom top bar and preview here. We can run our application. If you feel it is little bit purple because of the theme, so we need to use here main screen. This part is completely option. You can check with different themes, and we are using light color theme on background. Give me a minute. The app is running. Let me check the final output. And one thing we can check here, no need of scaffold because we are already using our main screen. So this will be the final output. And also we can change the theme color to white. Background surface, everything can be white. Hope it makes sense. And finally we can run in our app. Yes, cool, right? Few more things need to check. This height of the product, you can check with 150 is fine. Hope you like this tutorial. Thank you.